You're on board KCAA's Inland Talk Express. KCAA, Loma Linda, 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind. KCAA and KCAA Internet Television, the station that leaves no listener and no viewer behind.
Hello and welcome to Let's Go Shopping with Bev. This show brought to you by Starflight Entertainment. Music by Dr. Bombay and the Blue Machine Band. Song title, Living in Paradise. Now here's Bev.
Welcome to the show, everybody. And I am absolutely thrilled. The people that we have on the show today, we always have really good guests, really cool guests, but today this one is really special to me, and I'll tell you why in one moment. I noticed that the traffic is moving pretty good. Just slow up a little bit, guys. Take it easy. You need to get off the freeway. Go to Starbucks. Best place in town. You can get all your coffees, your tea, your da-da-da-da, and you'll be happy. And so, with no further ado, because we have a packed full house here today, I'm going to introduce our guest. And our first special guest today is Miss Apple Valley. She's going to be talking to us for a few minutes about the big pageant that's coming up next weekend, which is going to be absolutely fabulous. And also our second guest, the one and only Barbara from Farmers Insurance, and her partner Daniel is in the house from Farmers Insurance. Barbara and I knew each other for 6 years, 7 years?
Yes.
Something like that, right? The best agent, absolutely love this company with everything that they do. Barbara and I have been playing with this schedule for quite a while, and she is here, and I'm just absolutely thrilled that she's in this building. And then also we are going to be talking to Fariad from Wildland Image Gallery. We're going to be talking to him on the phone, and then we're going to be talking to Tony from Decorating Den. And that girl knows all the secrets for decorating. That's why she has a den.
Nice.
Yes. All right, so let's get on with the show. So, Miss Apple Valley, explain about this good weekend coming up. What's happening?
Okay, so last weekend I competed in Miss California USA. That was a lot of fun. I got like a total of 9 hours of sleep, but it was really great. I met a lot of great girls, and it was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. And now I still have the pageant bug, so next weekend I am competing for Miss Greater Victor Valley. That one is a prelim within the Miss America system, so I'm going to a different pageant system, so I'm really excited for that. There's a talent portion, so I'm going to do a dance routine, so that's going to be a lot of fun as well. And the opening number is like a swing 50s type of thing, so I have like my little shorts in the like the 40s type top with like the flowers, so that's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to take place at the Victor Valley College January 26th on Saturday, so that's going to be fun.
And isn't that the one that your mama and your auntie is helping out with?
Yes. My mom will be hosting the show along with Pauline, so that's going to be fun.
That is, and so the Queen's mom, and we can wave to her, hello, Queen, the Queen mom. And too bad we didn't have our tea here. We could have had a spot of tea with you.
Yeah, tea is really good. I love tea.
Yes. Well, the next time you fly in, we have to plan that much better, don't we?
Yes, for sure. Starbucks tea would be great.
Yes. Tea and crumpets. And now also talking about all of this is because you were with us a little while ago.
Yes.
And you were explaining everything that you ladies have to go through to prepare for all these pageants.
Yes.
You want to give a quick rundown for the ones that missed it, because a lot of people think this is all a joke and they go, I miss America. But you ladies really have to go through quite a lot to do this.
Yes, we do. There's a lot of things that come for a pageant. People just think you just stand there and smile, but there's a lot of preparation for it. You have to work on your nutrition, your stamina, because you're going to be upstanding and performing for like hours at a time. There's also getting all of your outfits together and having like your emergency kit in case anything snaps, breaks, or rips, things like that. You have to keep up with current events. The judges want the queens to know what's actually going on in the world, not be like bubbleheads or anything like that. You have to know what's happening, like with the gun control laws and things like that. You have to know what's happening with that. And also being a role model and community service and things like that. So there's a lot that entails for a pageant. It's a lot of work. It's fun, but there's a lot of things that go into it.
Now, the other thing I wanted to ask you, going through all of this, and you were in it for quite a while to get to the point where you are now.
Yes.
Did any ladies drop out because they just couldn't cut it?
There were people that did drop out of the pageant. From what I understand, one of them had a work emergency, so she couldn't stay for the pageant. So some of them did drop out, but it was like very small, like maybe 4 or 5 girls. But out of 228, it is still a lot. So
now, when they do this and they pick different ladies from the whole state to get involved in this.
Yes.
Now, when like with us, we're in the IE. How many ladies from the IE got picked to get into this?
There was a couple from the Inland Empire. There was Miss Inland Empire, myself, but majority of them came from like Northern California, San Francisco, LA area, Malibu, Beverly Hills, Bel Air. So mainly like from those areas, but from the Inland Empires, not that many.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering about this because you can sit home and you can see all these pageants on television, and some of it I really think it's kind of silly, but that's just me. When you see them though,
yes,
and they did have a little program on some of the things that they got to do.
Yes.
And I'm going, nobody realizes.
Yeah,
all
it's
of
a lot
this.
of work.
Yes, and I still like the question I asked you about the shoes. When you're doing all of this, you can't wear your tennies or flip-flops. You got to be dressed 24/7, don't you?
Pretty much, yes. Unless you're going to the gym, or if you're like in your private life at home, you can wear casual clothing. But if you're out at events, you have to dress up glamorous because you have an image. So yes, the heels, the earrings, the jewelry, all that fun stuff. Yes, you have to keep it up.
And now after these next 2 pageants that you're going to be involved in.
Yes.
Then what happens after that? Do they pick it down to like 10 or 5 ladies, and then you got to battle it out or what?
Well, for after Miss Greater Victor Valley, if chosen, then she will go to compete for Miss California, and if she wins Miss California, then she goes off to Miss America. So, yes, that's what's pretty much happening thus far. For the Miss California pageant, within that system, it's like 60 girls or under, so it's quite different from Donald Trump's system of having over 200 girls versus 60. So after that, they will pick one girl for Miss California, and then she will go on to compete for Miss America.
Now, I'm going to ask this because I don't really know, and I don't think Barbara knows. If she does, she's not telling. When you are picked, and you get that group of the 60 ladies,
yes.
Right? Do they go pretty much through what you're going through now, or are the rules all different?
No, they pretty much go through the same thing. It's just that because it's a state pageant, it's just bigger. But it's pretty much the same concept of keeping up with the current events and working out and getting all your outfits and everything together.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, good. Well, I thank you so much for this time. And next week we're going to have to get, because this is getting very exciting.
Yes.
One of our own, and your mama, the Queen's mom, is with us here at KCAA, and she's one of the board ops. We all love her to death, her and Rob. I mean, it's fantastic working with her. And so that's what makes it so exciting, because you feel like part of the family. You know what I mean?
Yes, of course.
Yes, our child is growing up, Barbara. So please keep us informed.
I will.
And next week, if you're in the area, pop in or call in and let us know what happened with this one, and then the next one, and see,
That sounds great. That's for sure.
Okay?
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and we will talk to you next week.
Thank you.
All right, let's say the Queen's wave, because she has to leave, and goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. Cheerio. Chop, chop. Okay, thank you. All right, and so Daniel, would you like to switch seats now? That's exciting, isn't it?
Yes, it's very exciting.
You learn all of this and see all of this, and we can kind of like pretend that we're part of it. Yes. All right, so Barbara. Miss Barbara from Farmers Insurance and Daniel from Farmers Insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Thank you, Rob. Yay, he's a genius. I'm so happy he found that. Thank you. Would you please explain to us the beginning of the story with Farmers Insurance? How did it get started and why?
I got started with farmers. When I was working claims. And when you see the claim side of insurance, you see the side and the real reason and the value to insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So once I did that, I realized how things weren't where they were supposed to be for people. So I knew that I had to make a difference. So I decided that I wanted to be on the selling side of the desk, if you like, because I wanted to spend more time and have people understand the value of insurance. There's so many commercials out there right now that some of them are really fun and some are informative, but some are very misleading.
I got to agree with you because I think we're getting bombarded way too much on all different kinds of commercials left and right. And after a while, I caught myself, I mute them. I don't even, and they don't talk. They're screaming at
Correct.
you. You know, and I'm sorry. At night, you had a hard day, you had dinner, you're trying to relax, and somebody's screaming, mute. Yes. And real quick, I want to ask you, we were going to ask you later, but I want to ask you now, what is your favorite commercial for Farmers Insurance?
Oh, my favorite one is the one where he's in the car and he's eating pizza, putting on lipstick, he's rocking out to music. I mean, that is my favorite. I hate to say it, I have 3 teenagers, so that's my favorite.
I can see why. And Daniel, what is yours?
Well, I think my favorite one is the current one, the new one that's come out. It really illustrates what insurance is all about and why you need it.
I didn't see that one yet.
Yeah, it's pretty new. It has Professor Burke really going through her house, and it's more customer based versus agent based in the past. So they're really trying to talk to the customer, the policy holder versus the agent.
I got to see that one. Yeah. And Rob, do you have any favorite commercials from Farmers Insurance?
I can't think of any offhand, but I know that I laugh at every single one of them. They're always got something funny going on. So they're well done. Well done.
If you think of one, bump it out.
I'll find it out, and just start playing it.
Okay. Yeah. And my favorite one is A Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh, that is it.
I just love that they're all up on the roof, and the one guy comes out and says, look, I found the fiddler on the roof. And I think because I love that music and the whole thing about so that's what it was. Then I thought it was a nice time to put that in. So now, since you explained how you got started, and the company has been around for how many years now?
Since 1928.
1928. So you guys are just new babies on the block.
Oh, totally.
Yes.
No.
And now, explain to us why it's so important for someone, regardless what company that they deal with, to have their own agent?
That's a great question.
Thank you.
I think today with technology and email and text and etc., I think we're losing that personal contact, but I think it's still very valid, very important. Today's society moves so quickly that you need that person that you can pick up the phone and I'm going to know who you are, and I'm going to know what we talked about last week, and I'm going to know what we were working on, and I'm going to ask how it's going. And that has a value. Insurance has a value, but that connection has a value. Because we're a team. We're supposed to be working it together. So if I don't have that, then you're just calling a computer, telling them what you want. They push the right button, you're on your way. Farmers does more than that.
You go that extra mile.
Yes.
In a car. Or on a motorcycle or something. Yeah, you go that extra mile, guys.
Yes.
And that's the one thing that really attracted me to that company. Is because of the way you handle that company, or all of you. And when I was started with Farmers, believe it or not, it was 17,000 years ago when I moved from Brooklyn to Connecticut. And the whole family said, you go to a farmer. And I'm going, what do I want a farmer? I want insurance, And that's how long we have been dealing with you. And that was, I'm not going to tell you how many years, but I mean, it's been a long year. And now once one finds the insurance company and one gets the representative, the agent, the partner, whatever you want to, everybody has different names for you.